Dear Diary, you can't go wrong if you go right. Heidi K. Gandalf or something. Alright, welcome to this week's installment of the Decero Diaries. Now, this week's episode, I feel like I'm going to try to speed run, only because I keep meaning to come out with these on Saturday morning, and it's literally Monday night right now that I'm recording this. So, you might ask, like, why? What's the difference? Who cares? But the reason I want to upload on Saturday mornings is actually so I can work on these on my day off. My days off are Thursdays and Fridays. So if I can film most of my videos then, I can upload the diaries on Saturday morning and then kind of spend the rest of the week editing, reading, writing, whatever, and just take my time with the other videos. When I do it on Monday, it kind of screws up the whole schedule. So I'm going to run through these really quick because it's Monday night and I have to work on other content that I want to come out with this week. Like always, here's the table of contents that I'll put up. If you want to skip around, feel free, jump to whatever section you want. Just don't forget to hit the like button because that helps. First up, we have our BookTube videos of the week. Now, first is Nico's book reviews. He recently hit 250 subscribers, so he celebrated that. And in his celebration video, he actually released a skit that's basically authors write changing a light bulb. Now, he basically has different authors like George R. R. Martin or Joe Abercrombie or Brandon Sanderson all do different versions of how they would screw in a light bulb, basically. And it is hilarious. You need to go check that out. And also congratulations, Nico, on hitting 250 subs. Well deserved. Next we have Rereading the Hunger Games vlog by Joanna Saza. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. She recently reread the Hunger Games, and it's just so incredibly timely this week because my oldest daughter actually she read the Hunger Games for the first time this week, and she really enjoyed it, so I just thought the timing was great. And for anyone who hasn't read the Hunger Games so far, that is definitely worth a read. The second one is okay, the third one is kind of terrible, but the first Hunger Games is great and totally worth reading. And if you read it like a decade ago, probably worth rereading. Up next we have Does the Budget of a Movie Predict Its Quality by Bookborn. Now, this was a really interesting video because, you would think the hypothesis you would have going into the video would be like, well, yeah, obviously a bigger budget movie is going to be better. It's going to have better quality. But I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a really interesting video, and you should check it out. And finally, by Daniel from Iron Rain of Books, he had a Stephen King bookshelf tour. And honestly, who's not a fan of bookshelf tours? He has a cool Stephen King collection. It's always great when you see people show off their books and their bookshelves, because you're always like, oh, what book do you have? Oh, you got that one? Oh, I have that one too. And it's just like, I don't know. Those are just always cool. And I'm definitely not including him just to see him and Raul argue on Twitter. That is not the reason, most likely. I just really enjoyed his bookshelf tour. It was a really cool video. So check that out. Up next, we have current events. And the biggest thing that happened this week was the SPFBO number 7? Yes, number 7. And it's kicking off. It just started the other day. All 300 slots have already filled. They filled up within 24 hours. If you don't know what the SPFBO is, it is the self-published fantasy blog off. I think Mark Lawrence helped put this together, and it's been great. He's got together some of the most popular fantasy book bloggers and book reviewers, and basically 300 self-published fantasy books go into a tournament, and over the next year, they will slowly compete against all these books basically will compete against each other until there's ultimately a group of 10 that goes down to one winner. And I think it's just a great way to give more exposure to self-published authors, and you can kind of pick out like, oh, okay, these are some of the best out there, so they're definitely worth a read. So the 2020 winner was recently announced, and that was The Lost War by Justin Lee Anderson. That is absolutely going on my TBR, because I need to read that, check it out, see what all the hype's about. But also, recently, Jupiter's Legacy came out on Netflix, and it looks like another superhero show, but kind of like, what if there were real people with real flaws and things like that? And I don't know, maybe I'm just jaded. I could totally just be super jaded right now. But after watching The Boys and seeing Invincible, had this come out before both of those shows, I would be a lot more excited. But now I'm kind of like, I feel like this is being done a lot already. So I will probably watch this at some point. Probably not anytime soon. It might be really good though. So maybe I'm missing out. I don't know. But I feel like it's going to be similar to The Boys and not as good. I could be totally wrong, but that's just my gut feeling. And then also Saw just recently came out, and that's another one. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded. I think I really liked the first Saw, and everyone after has just kind of been like, okay, like it's all right. It's fine. I'll probably rent this at some point in time. I'm not gonna like run out to theaters and go see it. What I like to see out of the horror genre is usually some kind of supernatural element thrown into all the tension and feeling of terror and things like that. I want fucking werewolves, vampires, demons, ghosts, something. And just, I don't know. Or give me an all-out slasher film with like an iconic villain like Mike Myers or Freddy or Jason. Just watching people complete a series of puzzles and you know they're going to get hacked into pieces, and it's like, oh, and there they go. They got hacked into pieces. Okay. It's just like, meh, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I will see it eventually, and I'll probably enjoy it. So whatever. Okay, now I want to talk about some upcoming collabs, and there's quite a few. So first we have, this Friday, May 21st. Yes, May 21st at 5 p.m. over on the Mazda Booktubers channel. We're doing reading sprints, and that's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're around during that time, you want to come hang out, it'll be me, Maza, Daniel from Iron Rain of Books, and Raoul Reads. Just hanging out, reading some books on a Friday night. You should come join us. It should be a good time. We have the Shadow of the Gods mid-book discussion over on May 28th on Pablo Suarez's channel, and it'll be the five of us, me, Pablo, Maza, Raul, Daniel, all talking about spoilers for the first half of The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. So, mark it on your calendars, come join us for that. And then when we finish the book, we're doing another live discussion on June 10th over on Maz's channel, and it'll be the five of us again discussing spoilers for the entire book, Shadow of the Gods. So, if you haven't read it yet, you have plenty of time to go pick up the book, read it, and come join us for the live discussion. So, that should be fun. And then also, whenever I can finish The Tower of Living and Dying, me and Slowly Read, and possibly Dark Portents, Christian from the Dark Portents channel, we'll sit down and have a spoiler-filled discussion about it. This week, I should get a lot more reading done, hopefully. I've been really just kind of dragging through that one. It's not bad. I've just been super busy. And then, let's see. And that brings me to what I'm currently reading. Still the same things as last week. I'm still reading through The Night Shift. I have till the end of the month to complete it. And The Tower of the Living and Dying by Anna Smith Spark. And The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. Hopefully, I could knock out two of those this week. and then start throwing in some other things next week. As far as my writing, last week I was going to basically show you how I do a complete outline for this short story, and then I realized that's probably going to be too big for one video because that would be a really long video. So I'm going to break it up into sections. I'm going to do, I think this first video is just going to focus on characters and how I start developing them. I might throw in some setting stuff, just talk about a few locations in the story, and then the week after that I can break down the chapter by chapter conflict and story arc and character arc and all that. But yeah, so I'm going to break the outline into pieces, and you'll get one of those pieces this week. Oh, I also got new lights, which I'm going to find some creative, I have like 6 of them. I'm going to find some kind of creative way to use them, and I've been trying to mess around with my lighting. I might actually be able to go in front of my bookshelf again once I get the cord to attach my camera to my mic, because the one I currently have doesn't work. But once I fix that, then I can probably go back in front of my bookshelf again and play with this lighting and have a much cooler background than my closet. Although my closet is pretty cool. It's not. It's just a blank white wall. But yeah, so I hope everybody has a great week. This is Monday night. You'll probably see this Tuesday morning. And yeah, I'll come out with a few videos this week, and then I'll check back in on Saturday. Later.